Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Professor B. Davis. This is your USF Dons Up to Minute. We take a look back of the Dons series win against second-ranked UCLA Bruins over the last weekend over at Jackie Robinson Stadium in Los Angeles, California. Dons winning 2-3 against the second-ranked UCLA Bruins, many consider one of the best college baseball teams in the nation. Our USF Minute Up and Weekend Review and Previews presented by Provident Checking Union. Want a free checking account that pays you? Provident Credit Union provides super rewards checking account, pays you over 2% interest and no annual fees. Visit ProvidentCheckingUnion.com. That's ProvidentChecking.com. That's ProvidentChecking.com for more details. As we talk with Nino Giarratano, we take a recap of their big series win against second-ranked UCLA Bruins, and we take a look at a preview against when the USF Dons take on the California Golden Bears as they continue their non-conference action for a 4-game weekend set, home and home, 2 in Berkeley and 2 on the Hilltop. We'll talk with Coach Giarratano and his recap of the Dons series win against the UCLA Bruins and getting his 600th career win in Division I baseball.
Okay, we're here on USF Dons Baseball Weekend Review and Preview. Dons, just a quick recap. In Game 1, they taking 2 out of 3 from the series against the UCLA Bruins. Game 1, they win 6-2 against the second-ranked Bruins. As Orlando Barraza went 5 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 earned run. He ended up walking 3 with 2 strikeouts in that game. Contributions by Ryan Davis, and then it was Winkler, Williams, Stapleton, Yodovich all had hits, and then in that game for Game 1, and then in Game 2 it was the Bruins beating the Dons 8-2, and then the Dons coming back down 3-1 to win 8-3 on Sunday to win the rubber match. Nino Giarratano, his 600th career win in Division I baseball. So lots to look back to, Coach. Excuse me. First of all, congratulations getting that 300th or 600th win.
Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it. You've been there for all of them, so you're a big part of it as well.
Yeah. So let's reset what happened down at Jackie Robinson Stadium in L.A. over the weekend. There was the guys were able to score runs, and
Yeah, Brian. It all starts with pitching. Landon pitched well on Friday night to hold them down and to keep them at bay, and we defended well enough to be successful, and we got some great contributions offensively from 1 through 9 in the lineup. So I think it was the balance and the ability to be able to pitch on that Friday. Eric Karros has 2 boys that are there at UCLA, and his son pitched, and the other one played first base, and well, he's a really good talent, both kids. But
the first baseman just looked like Eric, though.
It's a lot like him,
and his stance is just like his old man Eric Karros, though. So I've seen it over the years when Karros, back to his days with the Dodgers. Of course, he was National League Rookie of the Year. Those Dodger teams of the early mid-'90s, when he was the first of what would be 5 Dodgers for 5 straight years to win National League Rookie of the Year. Karros in '92, Piazza in '93, Raul Mondesi in '94, Hideo Nomo in '95, and Todd Hollingsworth in '96. And he got some good kids can play some baseball.
Yeah, they're both going to be very good players, and a lot to be proud of there. But our ability to be able to handle his changeup, he's got a really good changeup, and we were able to put it in play when we needed to. We were able to lay off it when needed to. So I think that's where the offensive success really comes from for us there. And then, we were able to score late in the game, which opened the game up. So both games we won, we were able to put runs on the board in the last 3 innings of the game.
And then also having some great nights. Your thoughts about Vukovic? He's swung 2 home runs in the first 3 games of the season. He's swinging a hot bat so far this season. Ryan Davis, no relation to yours truly. He went 2 for 4 in the third game. He ended up going 4 for 8 in the series in the 3 games.
Yeah, Brian, I thought both those transfers were gonna provide a lot of success for the Dons. Vujovic, he's been great hitting for power. He's a much better hitter than that too. I think he'll get it going this week, and he'll get himself a couple more hits. And then Davis really put it together well for us there at third base, and he's really able to run too, and he's able to steal some bases. So I think he might have had 2 bags, but he adds another dimension with the speed. And then we got
not many third basemen usually have power and speed at that hot corner. You don't see that many in that commodity. And when you're out there adding players to your roster for this year's team, you were able to get a wholesale discount.
Yeah, he's a good player, baby. He's a good player. We're excited about him.
Yeah, and so now with that being, but first, your thoughts on 600 wins. Now you got overall 910 overall, going back to your days with Trinidad and Yapavaya community colleges, where you had great success from the late 80s through the early mid 90s in both of those community colleges, both in Colorado and in Arizona, before you went to Arizona State under Pat Murphy, before you came up to the Hilltop some 23 years ago. I mean, the 600 wins, I have been there for just about every one of them. You got your, I believe it was your 200th win against Oregon State. I think it was against Oregon State back in 2006, some 15 years ago. We won that game over at Skyline when the game was pushed back because of the poor field conditions on the Hilltop, and that was the game Andrew Smith hit his first and only homer as a Don.
Yeah, Brian, excited to have the longevity to be able to be here for 600 wins, and just so thankful to all the players and all the people that have supported me along the way. The administration at USF, my family, my friends, all the boosters that have been a part of it. So just grateful for all those people that have made a difference and given me the opportunity to do what I do. All my assistant coaches who deserve a lot of this credit.
Past and present.
Yeah.
From Shaq, from the past, from Shaq, from Coach K to Pat Clemens to Greg Moore, can't forget him, to Rigo, to Joe Delacella, Greg Ravelli, Anthony Diabora, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, a lot of guys, that deserve credit for those wins. It just so happens to go on my record, I guess, as a head coach, but they've all been a part of it. No one bigger than Troy. Troy's been here for all 600.
Yep, the last man standing. It's funny. I was reading on Facebook some of the original players from that first team of '99, the seniors like Ryan Evangelo. A lot of great stuff from the comments and remarks from Ryan Evangelo, your original starting catcher in '99, and a lot of the current players who is currently on this roster. Many of them were not even born yet, and I mean, when you took over the program, this was in '99, some 22 years ago. Bill Clinton was president, and Willie Brown was the mayor of San Francisco at that time. Now and Dr. Bill Hogan, the original AD, was there. So it was from Dr. Hogan to Deborah Gorman to Deb to Gary to Scott, and then Joan.
Yeah, I'm old.
Well,
I'm getting old, B. We're both getting old.
Yeah, and I was there for 20, and all the players from Tag to Jesse, Rigo, Greg, to Chad Soares, to guys like Armand Garland, to Joe Jacobin, Kevin, Kevin Rose, the players like Stephon, Scott, Andrew, Todd Chavo, Joey Rayleigh, the Steven Yaros, the Hoodie, Steve Booth. I can't. It's a long list though. It's like a USF Diamond Dons encyclopedia. We need to kind of get that published someday.
Yeah, it's kind of neat, Brian, as you go through all those years, all those decades of players, and a lot of players that we probably missed that deserve it. But I think just mentioning them all, they all deserve credit for what we've built and where we're going. And I think 600 will be the most memorable one because it was at UCLA as they were ranked in the top 5 in the country. So I think that will be remembered for a long time.
So now as we close the chapter on UCLA, now you're back in at non-conference with another Pac-12 and a Bay Area foe, the California Golden Bears, who let's give us what's the profile on the California Golden Bears from Berkeley.
So, always talented, Brian. Cal, the brand that Cal puts out there is something special. We all know it. We see it all the time. Yeah. From the academic side of it through all the athletic pieces. So, they've had an opportunity to recruit the best players in Northern California. So, no matter what's happening there, they still have some of the best players in all of Northern California playing for them. So, it's going to be a tough series for us.
Every game's going to be tough, though. But, Cal, of course, this is their 10-year anniversary. We talk about the Dons winning the West Coast Conference a decade ago. This is the 10-year anniversary of the Cal Bears going to the College World Series.
Yeah, it sure is.
And they were in the same program who were within about an eyelash from being on the verge of extinction, rose from the cavalry to go to the College World Series.
Yeah, they sure did. That was a big year for them and Coach Esker, and, it's been a great program. So it's going to be exciting to play them a 4-game series.
All three teams, remember, all 3 teams went to postseason that year. Us as conference, USF as conference champion. Cal goes to the College World Series, and Stanford went to the Super Regionals, too. So that was a great year for college baseball in the Bay Area.
Yeah, it sure was. So we're going to just keep plugging along and 1 game at a time. And.
Yep.
Should be interesting.
That's another team on the schedule. So, I think after a few days, I think the team is kind of getting ready for Cal. So, Coach, congratulations. We'll talk to you during our pregame on Friday before you guys take on Cal. And, hey, congratulations for a 600th win. That's the most 600th career win on the Hilltop.
All right, B. You're the greatest, buddy.
All right. Talk to you. Bye.
All right. See you.
Other important notes, junior right-handed pitcher Alex Pham was named West Coast Conference Pitcher of the Week. His 3 1/3 inning shutout performance in the Dons' 6-2 win in Game 1 on opening night last Friday night against UCLA in Los Angeles. Pham was named the West Coast Conference Pitcher of the Week last year back on March 9th, 2020, just before on the shortened season, just before the rest of the year was canceled due to COVID-19. The USF Dons will travel down to have a 4-game weekend series against the California Golden Bears from the Pac-12 Conference. The first 2 games of the series will be Thursday night and Friday night at Evans Field in Berkeley. Both for 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time will be the first pitch. Both of those games will be seen online on USFDons.com via the Pac-12 network. The Dons then will return home on Saturday and Sunday for their first 2 games of the 2021 home opener. It'll be the Dons' first home playing at home for the first time since March 11th of last year. The Dons will play the California Golden Bears in those 2 games, 2 o'clock Saturday and 1 p.m. Sunday afternoon. Both of those games will be on USFDons.com, as Pat Olson will give you the play-by-play and action from Benedict Diamond on the Hilltop on the University of San Francisco campus. Also as a reminder that there's still no fans will not be allowed to attend any games on the Hilltop at this time due to the restrictions of COVID-19. For the latest news on USF Dons athletics, please go to USFDons.com. I'm Brian Professor B. Davis for your USF Dons Baseball Weekend Review and Preview on Dons TV Podcast. Don's TV podcast is in association with the ASN Bay Area Network.